brethren still. He drives around with a Barbados flag in his car.
Oh, Mistos.
Yeah.
Oh, seeing. Oh, seeing. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And I think he was there. He went there not long ago. He was in Barbados not long ago.
Yeah, Fredo's Barbadian.
Reason, boss.
I know his brother as well.
This small island talk business is crazy what he's talking, man. It's a myth. What did they say now? It's a myth, bruv. It's a myth.
Now, you know, I'll tell you. No, but you know what it is? What Anthony's talking about is back in the day when mans were growing up. Yeah. You know, like I remember there was this one church sister, big woman still, and she used to say like, "Yo, them small island, yo, them eat monkey," and I remember thinking, nah, you know what I mean? But I met a family from they moved in on my road a couple of years. They've gone now, but they were from Turks and Caicos.
Okay.
Yeah, they were from Turks and Caicos. They were from Turks and Caicos, and they used to anything from the sea, they'll eat it. From it's in the sea, they'll eat it because they used to cook shark and this, that, and everything, man. You get me? But I guess when you're on the island, you gotta make it work.
Yo, sibling.
Bro, at the end of the day, I see it like
they
this.
Eat state turtles.
You're gonna eat what
turtles.
If we listen, we come from Jamaica, bro. Our people come from Jamaica. Now, if Jamaica had a culture of, say, eating snakes, just for argument's sake, you grew up seeing your mom cooking snake. That's part of you're eating snake because you don't question what your parents eat, and that's what they're feeding you. You don't. Let's not go on like we're nice.
No,
what our parents eat is what we yam. So if you come from a culture that allegedly eats monkeys, and your mom's putting in the and it's what you know what I'm saying? Oh, my mom not eating that. What do you mean? That's what we've been eating for the past. That's what we've been growing on. But mate, you're eating it. Facts. It's only as you get older and stories start to circulate. We get to certain ages and banter. We call it banter now, but back in the days we call it teasing. You know, you get teased, then you get bantered.
I remember going to my brethren's yard, as a youth, you know, your parents start letting you go out, and I remember his mom had some live crab, and we're at the yard and the pot's boiling off, and she's just dropped them in the pot, and I remember like, yo,
that's why you have to cook them though.
Apparently you can get poisoned if you don't. Exactly. But that it was a culture shock because
you've never seen that.
Yeah, I know yard people eat crab, but my parents didn't cook crab.
Bro, I was the same because I remember when I must have went on holiday with my missus when I was young. My friend says, "Yeah, I want a lobster," and I said to the man, "I want that lobster," and he says, "Okay." So I thought they're gonna get it, lick it down, and then put it in the pot. My man just took it out the thing, drained it off, give it a little wash under the water, live in the pot. I said, "What you do? That's cool, isn't it?" Because that's what you have to do.
Yeah, man.
It's the quickest way to kill them.
And that's what I'm saying. Cultures, you see, these things, we inherit stuff. That's what we do. It gets jotted down from your parents to you because you see your parents do it. So until you get older and wiser to your own self to see certain things, that's part of your psyche. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I say this for saying this. When you're growing up, why was it then, that a lot of people whose families came from, say, St. Kitts, Barbados, Trinidad, always wanted to go on like the parents came from Jamaica? Why is that?
No, that was a thing. I used to hate that still because I used to say,
why is that?
We can only establish the united countries of the Caribbean if other men start making their country popular.
Why were people putting? And they used to say, if you put a Jamaica flag in your car, you don't get stolen. That's what they used to make excuse. People driving around in Jamaica flags in cars and that. But you had the people whose people come from Barbados, come from rocking Jamaican flags, seeing them on the road corner going wah and trying to talk patois. Trying to talk patois. That's not their culture. They didn't grow up here in patois. They may have heard some form of broken English, but it wasn't like in a Jamaican household. It wasn't that.
It wasn't Jamaican patois.
Every other island likes to talk patois.
Yeah, because that was.
I don't know where patois come from. You understand?
But patois Creole is a.
And I don't know where it come from all the Caribbean islands. No, it didn't because we all sound different.
No, we do. I'll tell you, the Montserrat man them sound similar to us a piece. They do. Because I knew a brother from Montserrat, from London, and
they got a twang on them, bro.
There's certain words are pronounced different, but them man's pat was it's very similar. You get me? Their pat was very similar. It's close.
I'd like to speak to you. I'd like to have a conversation with your Monsteratian brethren, because I know some Monsteratians, and breath. That does not sound like the Jamaican packers that I hear down Kingston 12.
No, it's not. No, it's not the same. It's nowhere near the same. Don't get it twisted. But them man just they have a pacing that's very similar. Because when I was younger, I'll tell you straight, you know who I'm talking about. No, but the barber, but we went I thought he's from Yard. I swear that I was like, nah, you can't. I thought when I found out he weren't from Yard, I was almost kind of hurt still, because I was like, why didn't you represent your thing? You got clout. You could have, if you would have said your thing, mans would have rated it.
Come on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But he didn't. He wanted you to live the illusion that he's people from Yard. Why did he speak a strong patois? Did he have he mastered it? He
mastered it, man. He sounded just like our parents and that sound. Yeah.
There you go. Because that's what they do. Mask it. Why is that then? Why would you mask being a proud Barbadian, a proud St. Kittian, or Dominican Republican, St. Lucian, or wherever? Why wouldn't you be proud of that? No, you want to pretend to be a Yardie, because why? Jamaica's the biggest influential Caribbean island. Facts.
Why?
Come true, Noble. Come true.
I gotta defend the case for the small island people, then, man, because a lot of the stuff that Anthony's saying is 100, man. It's 100. There are some people who came over here, and because there were the greater population was Jamaican, and that was the culture. It was kind of like, well, I'm not gonna maintain this thing. I'm gonna slip into that thing so I can maneuver around the masses of the people who I'm gonna be there with. If I talk in my Bayesian accent, right, them kind of thing, they're going to be saying, yo, small island boy, you move up, man. They're not going to respect them. They may not maneuver the way they're supposed to. So they're like, okay, we're all the same color. We're all from the Windrush era. I'm going to take your thing. Because most of the people that are talking like that, I'm going to take that so I can just move and do my thing.
Because mans came over. You got to remember when Windrush come, that was predominantly what was here. So... Remember, if you was a man probably from, let's just say, Barbados now during that, you're realizing, it's just you lot here right now. Because that's why when I done the interview with my dad, remember I asked him the questions.
Yes.
And I think at that point, man, was just like, we'll just latch onto you, man, innit? Because there weren't a big enough community outside of, So I understand that. I understand that side of it. But at the same time, we all come from the Caribbean.
Yeah, man.
So, although, it's only water that divides us, you get me? Yeah, so we gotta, you know what I mean? It's only water, because even a couple of my brethren when I was young, I'm gonna keep it real, they didn't say where their people was from. They just let man believe they were Jamaican. And I personally didn't like that. I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't like that, because listen, I could be from Timbuktu, That's what I'm repping.
That's right. 100%, fam.
Yeah.
100%. I find it disrespectful to your people, bro.
It is.
I find you're being disrespectful. It's like you're ashamed of your parents, basically. If your parents come from somewhere that's a place that society doesn't deem as cool, so you'd rather pretend, act, wear a mask to fit in, than to be your real authentic self. My people come from blah blah blah, and is what, and I rep that what.
Yes.
Whatever.
It's truth.
That's where my people come from. I'm proud, and I'm going. One thing I did, because I always says, I want to know where my people come from, so I made sure I've been back to where my people come from.
Facts. That's like me. I've always been like round their zone, and I like to just see. I like to see what man's came from. You get me, like
where they came from. Yeah, I understand. When you hear the stories of things, that's why me and you have had many stories. You know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, man.
I know. When I hear about Jamaicans, that I know that side of Jamaica, and I know the other side of Jamaica. I've seen both with my own two eyes.
And you're the kind of man that will just go for 6 weeks and all that, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I've seen the worst of Jamaica. The people came from jungle. You understand?
Yeah, man.
And you know that the whole shebang there. So, you know, we come from where we come from. You should be proud of where you come from. It's not where you start, it's where you finish, you know.
Facts.
Fidax.
So, all right.
I think it's more.
Life's a marathon,
it's more kind
bro.
of. Yes,
Life's a marathon.
100%.
You don't start a race and finish at the same place you start. You have to
I
run
think
in it.
more
You have to
people-
move in it. You have to go through to get to the end. You have a start and a finish.
Big facts. All right, chat. We gotta go into the chat. I'm gonna take it from the top, man, because I know there's bare things in here. Aisha, big up D42. Shout out. Big up Anthony. Saint, big up Santo. Big up D42. Unpopular opinion, but I've noticed a lot of continental Africans are quick to throw us of the diaspora under the bus. Not all, but it seems to be happening a lot. Yeah, they're jumping on the ways of the colonizer, a lot of them, by like this brother, by saying, by rehashing this out of many one people thing. Because he knows it's nonsense. He knows that. But he's saying it to gaslight, man. Saying what does out of many one people mean? Originally, it was just highlighting the country's multicultural beginnings. A lot of Spanish were there, hence the name Spanish Town. That's where my mom's side come from. There were even some French there in it. There was some French there too, in it, Anthony.
Yeah, French.
Yeah, French.
Yeah,
there was
yeah,
all
yeah,
kind of people, but there was all kind of people there. But we're on about today, Santo. People don't understand how much Jamaican people here did to promote. It annoys me because you have certain Jamaicans that want to gatekeep. They won't gatekeep no white people from its jealousy. D42, look how White Yardie is eating off the culture, and he wasn't even born there. But you wouldn't find someone calling themselves Black Cockney or Black Brummy being able to achieve the same facts. Santo agreed. Whenever I hear the out of many one nonsense, I always ask them, why don't Jamaicans look like the Latinos if that's the case? Facts. Why does every Mark have the middle name Anthony? That's true, actually, you know. But mine was mine was actually named after Anthony because you wasn't you working for my dad at the time I was born, Anthony?
Yeah, I used to know Hat Man. He used to make me hats. I used to go to him material. He used to make me hats. Anyway, I remember he said to me one day, "You live in Ernton?" I says, "Yeah." He says, "I'm moving to Ernton, you know." I says, "What road?" He says, "Rosary Road." I said, "That's the road behind my road." So from there now, I used to cut out for sheepskin hats. The sheepskin hats with the ears.
Yeah.
I think there was about So I used to get the bag, go around the corner to Dennis's, pick up the materials and come home and cut them out. So from there, obviously we grew a relationship, which just got stronger from Newtown. So then obviously we used to go around the house, mom. Only Nicola was about. Only Nicola. I only know. Nicola was the only one.
That's my big sister. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Only Nicola was about them days. So, Then I remember I came around and Mark's mom was gassed. I never forget it. I said, "What's wrong?" She goes, "Oh, we're getting married. And I remember looking at Dennis and he goes, "Yeah. Congratulations, blah, blah, blah." They got married. They went to Jamaica for the honeymoon. All I came back, I don't think I spoke to them for a few, next minute, Paulette says she's pregnant. Then she has a little son. And she's calling him Mark and she's calling him Anthony after you.
Yes.
Because I got that relationship with Mark's mum. We've always been close like that.
Yeah, man.
I
think there's some painter or something, Mark Anthony, or some muggle or something.
No.
Wasn't it something to do with the Roman Empire? Mark Anthony, Caesar and all that.
Exactly.
Oh, Roman. Oh, okay. Roman. Okay.
Mark Anthony. Something to do with around Caesar's time and all that.
Exactly.
Mark Anthony, there's a geezer.
Facts.
I remember the name.
He's a general and politician.
Facts.
That's where that name comes from. Yeah.
But I don't know, and funny you should say that. I went to school with a geezer, but his name was Anthony Mark.
Oh, okay, the opposite way around, yeah.
His birthday is one day before mine.
Shaneen.
Yeah, that's mad. Aisha, isn't Alison from ITV Jamaican too?
Yep.
Saying if you don't understand racism, white supremacy, what and how it works, everything else you think you understand will confuse you. Facts. Another unpopular opinion, but too many of our people love to big up the little bit of non-black ancestry they have, more so than the predominant African ancestry. Yeah, that's what. No, big facts. A lot of man. That was a thing back in the day where people would say like, yeah, I've got my hair's like this because I've got such and such, but they don't know nothing about that side. But it's like what Anthony's saying is facts, because even with me, I think it's my granddad's grandmother was from India. You see what I'm saying? Literally like the same as you, Anthony, like from India, you get me? But I understand there was a lot of little mixes like that going on. But man's forefathers are black, innit? I've never met her, never even seen a picture. So to me, I've only ever seen black people. That's me. But I know that there was some mix back then, you get what I mean?
Of course there was mix anyway. There has to be mix because we was raped.
Yeah, fact. Yeah, mans were abused. Saint.
Yeah.
Who funded the movie? Is it black owned? Where did the funding come from? Not sure. Nearly Fuller legend. Peace Noble. Amos Wilson's teachings really helped deepen my understanding of this world. Give thanks. So many forgotten master teachers.
Whoa. Yeah. Just on that note, just on that particular note, Amos Wilson has written some spectacular books, so informative that it's because they're so old now, people don't talk about him. The Nellie Fuller, Amos Wilson, there's the Francis Creswell-Sing, Doctor, Rise in Paradise, to all of these people, they were the forefathers of everything you see now in regards to black consciousness, the understanding, understanding, and overstanding of the demon man and his plan, his maniacal plan to keep us where we did there, to implant the chip, that Willie Lynch chip in our brain, so we see the value in everybody else, except for, as we're highlighting now, if you've got the complexion, you can come true. You can come to the camp. Yeah, man. Oh, you're giving us money as well. Okay, we'll jump up in the air. We'll do. You can smoke the thing. We'll give you the idol thing. Yeah, man. You, Mark? I don't see the value.
You, Mark, come away from it. We don't see no value in ourselves. That's what you're saying.
There we go.
Yeah, we don't see no value in ourselves. Western, big up, man. Katie Price is walking around looking like a damn fish. Yeah, she mash up herself, man. People, I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to watch the stream in full, consider becoming a Patreon or joining our YouTube members. And don't forget to hit the like button, folks, and we'll see you in the next one.